KCL News. I am Sean. These are the headlines. Number 1. World's loneliest elephant now has friends. Number 2. This London Christmas tree is made entirely from trash. Number 3. Nest of deadly ornets held almost 200 queen. Number 1. World's loneliest elephant now has friends. December 4, 2222. Oda Minchi, Cambodia. Kavan the elephant has been described as the loneliest elephant. After spending years alone in the zoo in Pakistan, on Tuesday, Kavan arrived in Cambodia, when he will have plenty of elephants for company. Kavan was the only Asian elephant in Pakistan. 1986 and wound up in Isaban's Madagascar Zoo. Life was hard for Kavan. The conditions at the zoo weren't good. During the days, he was trained to use his trunk to beg for money from the zoo visitors. In 1990, a female elephant named Sahil was brought to the zoo. The two became close and remained together for over 20 years. But in 2012, Sahili died, leaving Kavan alone again. Elephants form close friendships, but when Sahili died, Kavan felt the loss deeply. He became sad and unhealthy. Because of the bad conditions, he sometimes became violent, as kept in the chains much of the time. He waited far too much, and his health and his mood getting worse and worse. Kavan made a 7-hour flight to Cambodia with no problems. Shia came to visit as he was leaving Pakistan and again was arrived in Cambodia. On Tuesday, he was taken by truck out to his new home. Kavan is now in a protected wildlife area in Oda Minchi, Cambodia, with there are 600 other elephants. He is no longer alone. Number 2. This London Christmas tree is made entirely from trash. London, December 3. The Lord Mayor of the City of London has installed a different kind of Christmas tree on his balcony to raise awareness of the overcapacity typically associated with the end of the year celebrations. In fact, this particular festive tree is made entirely from trash collected in the city. Far from being disgusting or messy, the whole thing is meticulously held together by a giant mesh statue, creating a colorful sculpture. But up close, there's no doubt. This particular tree is adorned with trash rather than the usual baubles and garlands, from plastic bottles to cans. Used sunglasses, pieces of paper, SIM cards, and phone cables. Each section is composed of a specific type of garbage. The waste used was collected by the street cleaners and waste managers' companions. The idea is as original as it is festive, but it also has a serious message. Since the initiative aims to raise awareness of the amount of waste generated during the festival season. Number 3. Nest of deadly ornets held almost 200 queens. November 13, 2022. Blaine, Washington. In late October, scientists in Washington state destroyed the first nest of Asian giant hornets found in the U.S. Now they are reporting that the nest held nearly 200 queens. Insects capable of going out and starting even more nests. Some people call the insects mother hornets. Entomologists in Washington are working very hard to get rid of these hornets, which are for Asia, not North. If the hornets spread to the US, they could wipe out tree numbers, which could cause real problems for plants and farmers. Queens are important because they can leave the nest to start even more nets. Making a job of getting rid of the hornets is even harder. It seems like we got to get out of them in the nick of time, said a scientist who works for the state. The scientists don't believe this is the only nest, but they still think they have a good chance of getting rid of the hornets before they spread further. That's it, folks. This is Sean Tan from KCL News. Good night.